Well, good evening everyone, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time zone you are in, welcome to the stream. As you can see, the chest monster is out of control and I am busy doing something about it. If you joined yesterday's stream, you would know that I'm working underground where my new iron farm is on, well, on building a little bit of a mass storage system for these chests so that they can just start going away. Now initially, we should be able to get rid of these chests and all of these chests. So that will all go underground to the mass storage system. These chests in front, well, I'm going to have a little more time to deal with them. But not to worry. We will get to them quite soon. So let's get down underground and see how we can make more progress. So as you can see, I've put in all the blocks where the redstone is going to be on, but I was thinking that these corners here, where we don't have anything yet, they can be pretty useful, because this storage system here, which I'm going to build a module like this for every one of the stone types, stone, cobblestone, deep slate, cobbled deep slate, and everything else, andesite, granite, sand, gravel, dirt, grass, everything will have its own system. And this system can store just over 20,000 blocks. But we probably have more than that in stone already, and cobbled deep slate is likely to be going up to that level already. So what I'm thinking in these corners, we can use them for additional stone storage on this side and additional cobbled deep slate storage on this side. But now I am just feeling that these are definitely not lining up perfectly with that side. So before I do anything else, I'm going to have to move them up a little. Then these ones are lining up perfectly. So I think before doing anything else, we need to just line this up properly. Now that shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get on the scaffolding again to just move these filters that I've put up here, or the starting of the filters that I've put up here. But at least now that we've got a better idea of what we're doing, that shouldn't be too complicated now, should it? And the worst thing is that all of this just needs to be moved one block. Just one block. And I have to do all this extra work for 1 block. Now, just need to have 3 in between. Then get the barrels out, place them back where they need to be, and then I need to get the redstone lamps on top again. And I figured out the easy way to do it, but I still can't seem to just do it perfectly on the first run. And now we need to get up there to move these things 1 block over. That's probably the worst of it. But if I remember, the easy way is just to... Well, that's going to be a little tougher to get that top one moved. I'm going to need slabs. Well, I should be able to jump and place. There you go. Easy peasy. That's all right. Ah, yes. This is it. Sorted. Now I just need to do it a few more times so that we can line all of these up perfectly. And I just cannot reach. I'm going to have to jump and do this. There you go. And I believe it's like that. Take this out, take that out. Seems I'm going to lose a few blocks because of that little thingy there, unless we change the way we do this and do that. So this is lined up, this one's lined up. Need to get rid of this one. And now my initial thought was that I'm only going to do the number of them that I really need for now. But on second thoughts, I was thinking maybe I should just put all of them in. And when we place the filter part, we can just kind of block the filters for the ones we're not going to be using immediately. Because if I know anything about Minecraft, or if you know anything about Minecraft, you know that you can basically never have enough storage. And if I could just stop falling off where I don't need to fall off, that would also be of great help. Alright, so only one left. And then, like I said, I probably need to just put these in as well, so that we know we've got everything sorted. Because the moment I'm done with this, I'm going to have to start feeding the stone blocks into the system. And I was thinking, I'm probably not going to want to go and, well, come back to do any of this ever again. You know, making storage systems in Minecraft is one thing. It's one thing, and it's the same thing. Once you get going with them, it's basically the same thing over and over and over again. And that feels like it does get a little bit, well, samey after a while. Now, if you guys are just holding on a little bit, I'm just checking something on the second monitor, and everything seems to be running fine. I was just concerned that maybe we've got a little bit of a problem, but it seems that the stream setting says excellent connection. On OBS it shows no drop frames, and that means we are good to go. What I also noticed is pretty much nighttime, and I'm not going to be inviting any nasty night creatures into this world. Alright, so now that one, okay, so this one still needs to be done. I just want to try and get rid of that little piece up there. And now it really did have to fly all the way over there. It's not very nice of it. But anyway, stone blocks, slabs, all those things. I'm saying it's not very nice of it, but do they really have any choice? I mean, it's a block in a game. They can't think or anything. This always gets me. Because it's such a fine margin to just place it perfectly. Alrighty. That, then remove this one, remove that one. Get this done. I feel this is a better way of doing it, because then we can at least collect all the blocks. Now I am thinking, since I changed my mind on how I'm doing this, I'm going to need a little bit more of this amethyst blocks, because I'm going to have to bring it here, and then right about here somewhere we will have the, well, the rejected bin, so to speak. Now I'm thinking I'm going to have to scaffold up here. Maybe just this far is far enough, so that we can place this. This amethyst block row is just kind of a placeholder for where we will put the opaline. I think that's pretty much far enough. If we put the I don't want to say the junk bin. Let's stick with the rejected bin. We put that right where that line ends. I believe that will be good enough. Now the rejected bin we'll probably also have space for about 20,000 blocks. And that's just to give us a little buffer if the system fills up. Just give us a little buffer where our stuff can go so that they don't get stuck in the system or block up the system or clog the system or anything like that. Right. Am I going to? I'm barely going to have enough of these amethyst blocks for this. But it seems that even though it's barely enough, it will at least be enough. And do I need that many scaffolding just for this final piece of the puzzle? Alright, let's just collect all of these. Well, I can just break them from down here. That'll be easier and quicker. And then we need to collect all the scaffolding, because even though scaffolding is cheap, there's still a cost involved, and I am a sucker for not wasting resources. I think in general I do waste enough resources that I shouldn't maybe like start wasting them without a real need to do so. Alrighty, where's the right alignment? There we go. At least now that I figured this out, it's not taking all that long to do. That's always a bonus. And you know what? Anybody in the chat, why don't you just say hi? You're more than welcome just to lurk, watch the video in the background and all that. But it does get a little bit, at times, it gets a little bit lonely speaking to myself. So I would like to invite you to just say hi. Just post a emoji in the comments, in the chat, if you don't want to talk, or well, anything like that. Just let me know you are there, you are watching the stream, you are enjoying the stream, because I'm doing this for each and every one of you. Well, I'm doing it for you, and I'm doing it for myself. Why? How am I doing it for myself, you may ask? Well, I was going to play Minecraft anyway. So whether I'm streaming or not streaming, I'm going to play the game anyway. So I thought I might just as well stream while doing it. That way, even if you don't want to, because that's perfectly fine if you don't want to get involved in the chat. But if you do, you might be, or I might, have a nice conversation with a fellow Minecraft player, with somebody else that enjoys playing Minecraft. And I think that's the point of it. Is that even if there's not many people in the stream, and even if you don't feel like talking or chatting, at least I know I'm creating something that someone out there might just find some value in. So I've thought about it a lot, about why do I stream? I mean, this is a small channel. Usually don't have that many people on watching the stream. But so with that being taken into consideration, why am I doing this? Why am I streaming while playing the game? And the thing is that, well, in my mind at least, it's, well, I'm creating content, and maybe someone, just one of you, might find some value in what I'm doing. I don't know whether this is really accurate. I'm sorry if you guys are. I'm just trying to figure something out. Everything seems to be running all right. No, we have been having some internet issues lately, so I was just quickly having a look on the analytics or the statistics or the whatistics or whatever you want to call it, to make sure that the stream is actually running smoothly, but it seems to be doing so. And while I'm doing something that might be, well, less action-packed, the end result's going to be worth it. Because who in Minecraft, and any of you are welcome to let me know, but who enjoys having their chests out there in the open all over the place? Because I don't think any of us do. However, I believe most of us eventually end up in that situation. So let's just see. We need to make another 3 of these little starter modules. I can tell you one thing, which I'm pretty sure, is that I'm definitely not going to have enough hoppers and chests for making this thing work. But I guess that shouldn't be a problem. We've got a load of iron, and I'm just thinking, while I am down here working on this thing, maybe it's a good idea to just switch on the iron farm, since we're going to be using a lot of iron for our hoppers and filter system. Could just be worth it having the iron farm running and producing more iron, because we are going to start depleting our iron supply. And I placed that one in the wrong space now. That's not too much of a problem. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Another one in, and then the last one, but not really the last one. So I'm going to have to make a few more for the really bulk items. Like I said, this system that I've got here can hold just over 20,000. In fact, I think it's 21,000 and something items each, which is, it's a lot. But when you're digging out dirt, grass, and stone and cobblestone, that's really not all that much. But I guess once we really get into building, we will be using a lot of those resources. Now, I don't know why the iron farm isn't... Oh, it is. It is producing iron. I guess it's been so quiet in the background. Is it possible that... I don't know, does any of you know, or do any of you know, does the tinted glass actually block sounds that we're only hearing once we come around here where, well, this whole thing is blocked off completely, so I don't know. Alright, so all of these are in. Now I do need to consider how we're going to do this, because I'm thinking that this one in this corner, we can use one for dirt, one for grass, because we've got plenty of space in this corner. Then over in this corner over here, we're going to have maybe the cobbled deep slate, and that side over there we'll have stone. So that would mean I am going to need one more of these. We could maybe put it right here. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 like that. Or like that. Oops. 3 like that. Open this one back up. Add that and remove that one. Alright, so this one will be for the bulk storage of the stone. Anything over 20,000 blocks will definitely go in there. Then on this side, we're gonna have another one, and we can do it pointing in that direction. I'm thinking maybe we should just light up this corner a little bit. Ooh, it's getting pretty close, but that shouldn't be a problem. One, two, three. Take away this one. Add one there. Add one there. Remove that one. And that's good. And then over in this corner, we're going to have to put 2 of these things. Because... well, let me... Well... need to do that. So over on this side, I want to put 2 of them I just need to see, am I going to be able to fit two of them in here? Or that one can come out. 2, 3, then this one can come out. 2, then that one comes out. All right. Now, though, will I be able to... This is going to be a tight fit. But I believe it should work. Right? It should work. Anybody? Anybody out there that knows these sort of systems better than I do? But I do believe it should work. Because this redstone that goes there, is it going to... No, that should not affect, because we're going to have a repeater right in there, so that should definitely not affect anything. Well, I hope not. Anyway. So, right, this is then all the, well, let's say the frameworks for the filter systems. Next thing would be to start setting up the redstone. That's going to be another situation. But it shouldn't be too bad. We can go up. This is going to... Well, I think the best way to do it would just be to kind of do everything all at once. That's not going to be ideal. I think I'm going to have to do them one by one. So let's see quickly how we can do this. Because we're going to need, definitely going to need more of these things. But I think before we make more, let me maybe start getting them in one by one. And how far is it before sleepy time? There we go. I'm thinking maybe I should just get them in one by one, and then we can, well, at least make some progress. Is it going to be good enough? Right, so we need to place a comparator like that. Then we need to have a hopper face into the comparator like so. Then we're gonna need to get a chest underneath. Like so, that we can get a double chest. And then a hopper in like that. Next up, it's the torch. A few redstone dust blocks. And maybe slab in there. Then we need to get the repeater in like that, and then just quickly test this. So, and like so, and that should go down until 41, until there's only 41 pieces left. Great stuff. It's definitely working. Alrighty, now just to do it another 30 odd times. Right, I believe that's perfect. I'm not going to test everyone individually. I need to start being more sure of myself and just believe that I am doing it correctly. I do think if we... Oh, this thing is a little bit loud in the ears. I don't know, earlier it wasn't making that much of a sound when I was working on this side. Now that I'm here on this side, over on this end where the iron golem meets its end with the lava, the sounds just feel a little bit more loud in my ears. But that should be alright. We just need to finish doing what we are doing, and then yeah, put a slab up there, get a repeater down there. Now it's going quicker, I think. Well, I feel that it's going quicker. I don't know what you think. Now for this one. This one feels like it's going to be a little more tricky. Maybe I can just... Oh, I can't. So I'm going to have to put a slab down. Good. Good. Oh, almost fell off there. That would have been... Well, it would have been something. It's not all that dangerous. Yes, I mean, we do have feather falling and all that. But it's annoying when you keep falling down. Because then you need to get back up again. Did I put the... I did put a redstone torch there. Alright. Redstone. Slabby, slab. And repeater. Pointing in the right direction. And that's good. Alright, so we are making good progress in putting in these little storage systems for our bulk storage for our stone type blocks. As I said, these storage systems will eventually each one hold just over 21,000 items. And then for the stone, the deep slate, cobbled deep slate and dirt, we'll use the corners, and these ones we will expand quite a bit more so that it can just hold a little bit more items. So anyway, if you're in the chat, drop a comment or drop a message in the chat. Let me know what you're up to today. How has your Tuesday been? So I believe Tuesday is pretty much all over the world at the moment. Well, the the Americas probably, it's what, late-ish Tuesday afternoon now? Not all that clued up on time zones. I frequently have to check up time zones whenever I need to figure out what time it is anywhere in the world other than where I'm at. Now, for those of you that are first time joiners in the stream, my name is Henry Yu, and I am from a little country in the middle of the earth. Well, we would like to think we are in the center, but I am from South Africa. And I was talking a little bit earlier about why I am doing these streams, and what I was saying is that I was going to play Minecraft anyway. Well, I am going to play Minecraft anyway. Let's not say I was going to, because that might indicate something completely different. But I am going to be playing Minecraft anyway, and the thought is that I could just as well share my progress. Good evening, my friend. I've been going for almost 45 minutes, and yes, Minecraft notifications, they are probably the worst thing in the world. Notifications hate me. I am with you on that one. But listen, I am working on something. If the Discord notifications is more reliable to you, I am trying to figure out how to get the Discord to send out a notification every time when I go live. So whether I go live on Twitch or on YouTube, Discord should start sending out notifications soon. Look, my friend, to be honest, and I think you know this, I do work full-time. I have a full-time job, and my schedule with that job is quite hectic. I don't always have plenty of time available for other things. So yes, I need to do whatever I can whenever I can. Oh yes, I remember you said you need a VPN to use Discord. Is Discord like blocked in Turkey, or what is the what's the reason for that? You know what, for a lot of things I also do use a VPN. So well, I usually tend to just leave my VPN running all the time. When I'm streaming, I will usually switch off the VPN because I feel that the VPN does make the connection a little bit slower. But other than that, my VPN is usually on my phone and on my computer, well, 24/7. I mean, as long as, because you know what, when I'm browsing the internet or watching YouTube or whatever, the speed reduction from the VPN isn't that bad. For streaming, I just find that it causes a little bit more lag on my end. So when I'm streaming, that's the only time where I'll switch off the VPN. They do make the internet a bit slower, but I found that, well, I am using Surfshark, and depending on which server I use with the VPN, doesn't do too bad. I guess I get about 75% of my line speed when I'm using the VPN. But I mean, when I am streaming, I usually want it, especially on the upload side, as fast as possible. So what have you been up to today? Are you guys still on holiday, or you back at school? What's happening in your part of the interwebs? Now I made this too high. Here you go. So we are, well, we are literally not even halfway there. Not even halfway there, and my resources are pretty much depleted. But I think I've got enough for another Only for another 2. Now, I do need to... Oh, yes, I get it. I wanted to know where my other comparator has gone, but I know now. Wait. Where's that cat? No, it's the wrong one. I'm looking for a black cat, the one with the orange eyes. And I found one once. I tied it to a lead. I went to get some fish. And when I came back, it was only the lead left. The cat disappeared. So I don't know. How is it that the lead broke? Can cats break leads? I don't know. But in that case, the cat was gone when I got back with the fish. Now, I have to say, the problem might also be that my... Ow! It's unnecessary. That's also unnecessary. I must say, I was catching fish. Or, well, not catching them, but acquiring them using my sword, and my sword has fire aspect. So all the fish I got were cooked. And as anyone knows, the kitty cats prefer raw fish, not cooked. So that sort of kinda make the process take a little bit longer. And when I got back to where I left the kitty cat wasn't there anymore. But I seriously didn't know that they could break the lead, or I don't know whether the cat broke the lead or the lead just broke or whatever happened there. Unfortunately, that meant that I didn't get the cat that I've always wanted. Now, I do believe the black cats with the orange eyes are witch cats. They are the cats that spawn with the witches. But I honestly, well, I'm good. I can, when I find a witch hut, I'll be able to deal with the witch pretty easily. But I'm not sure whether you can tame the witch's cats. Probably something good to do as an experiment, to just try and find out, try and go and see when I do find a witch's hut, whether I can tame the cat. Alrighty. And now my resources are done. I'm going to need to go and make a few more comparators and repeaters and all that, because we've still got a little way to go. But I'm thinking that I need to just figure out how many should I make. Then on the other hand, I'm always going to need comparators and repeaters, so I can maybe just as well make a stack of each. Jeez, you're loud up there. Alright, let's see. So I am going to, I've got plenty of sticks here. So let's see. Start making a few redstone torches. Getting a few comparators. I'm probably going to have to go upstairs anyway because I'm going to know. Well, I'm not going to. So I do have logs here. I forgot I brought these. Let me get just a whole stack of these babies. Then I'm going to have to go up anyway because I don't believe I've got stone. Well, going to the surface will probably give me the opportunity to see a little bit of daylight and get a breath of fresh air. Look around, see that it's safe, no creepers anywhere nearby, because I need to grab a little sip of water. Sorry, I had to stop existing for some time. Well, my friend, you can come and go. Doesn't matter. I will be here, just waiting for your next interesting message in the chat. Now, I was asking how your day was. How was school? Are you back at school? Are you still having a little bit of a few days off? I also do know that it is getting a little bit late on your side. This 9:30 here, that means it's 10:30 over in Turkey. So why did I come up here? I came up here to grab some stone. My inventory is obviously, as always, just a mess. So I need stone. I'm going to need more nether quartz. Maybe grab another stack of stone. Another stack of nether quartz, because I'm thinking I'm probably going to need, well, a stack at least of these comparators. And I believe if my redstone is enough, it's going to be barely enough for this storage system I'm building down underneath. Do I have planks? Nope, I don't. More comparators. Well, I think maybe I should just go with those for now, because my redstone isn't going to make it. Then can I, how do you make, why can't I, what do I need for repeaters now? Oh, redstone. So the repeaters, I wouldn't need as many as the comparators. I need 2 comparators and 1 repeater for every module that I'm making. So this should probably be enough already. I have idea built about the core, but it's still in progress. I need to discuss about it with you. I guess you don't mean core, you mean lore. Well, you can, look, let me be honest with you. I don't really respond too much to DMs on Discord, but you're welcome to send me a DM to discuss this. If you don't want to, you're also welcome to discuss it in the Discord. If you'd like, I can always create a new chat, a new what do you call it, a new, is it a channel or a thread in Discord where we can discuss it publicly. Otherwise, if you would rather discuss it in private, you can send me a DM. We can talk there. But as I'm saying, I do warn you up front. I'm not very active in my Discord DMs. I usually see there's a message, but I don't always read them immediately. I am bad like that. Let me clear up a few things. Jeez. Just want to check something. I do believe this might be pretty much all the redstone I've, well, yes, that is pretty much all the redstone I have. And I only have a few more blocks in here, so I might need to go exploring a little bit further for more redstone at some point. We talked about core and towers, and I have ideas about towers that lean into Minecraft lore a bit too. That sounds interesting. So, yes, as I said, my DMs are always open, even though I might be very slow to reply to them. They are always open, so pop me a message over there and we can discuss. So this part of the build I'm busy with is pretty, well, it's the same thing over and over, about almost 30 times, I think. But it is crucial. It might be a pain in the butt to do now, but I think in the end, once we are done with it, it's going to make my life just a little bit easier. I do feel a lot of the time that I'm quite slow when I'm building. Now, do I don't have more sticks. There you go, redstone torches. So I need to remember to, well, I did place one. Oh, I did place one, yes. It was almost like, how did that get there? But it got there because I placed it there. Alright, so this one, thinking maybe I should, can I place the, well, I can always come in from this side. this the right? Yes, like so. I can put the hopper up there. Keep doing that. What did I do here? This isn't right. That's how it should be. Heater. Yeah, that looks good. Some minerals are considered magical in Minecraft, and 4 side, 1 main tower, so 1 side tower of each one, but I have no idea about the main tower. Yes, but when you're talking about the minerals, so what I'm thinking is that each of the 4 towers, the ones north, east, south, and west, they should each have a little bit of a theme to it, and you can maybe use well, by the time I get to those towers, I should have pretty much a lot of resources. So you could maybe use amethyst blocks for one, lapis for the other one, redstone for the other one, and maybe emerald for the last one. Because honestly speaking, I think I'm going to get to a point where I have so many emeralds, I'm not going to know what to do with all of them. And then the main tower will just be, the main tower I think is going to be a little bit more simple. I'm thinking just a few, more of a stone, just stone blocks or stone type blocks, which we could eventually, if I decide to go on a what you call it, if I go on a strip mining rampage, I might just gather enough diamonds to give the main tower maybe a little bit of a diamond sort of vibe, diamond block sort of vibe, that is. Now, what do you think about that? Just use maybe like 100 diamond blocks to give the tower a little bit of character or something. Wouldn't that be like flexing your wealth in Minecraft? Well, I wouldn't say that's flexing your wealth, because if you watched Hermitcraft Season 10 and you look at what Cubfan did for his build in that season, then that was flexing as well. Let's see, 1 lapis, 2 resin somehow, 3 redstone, 4 emerald. These are the 4 magical resources in Minecraft. So lapis, resin, redstone, and emerald. That could work, but that will mean, well, anyway, that would mean I have to set up a resin farm. But when I get that far into this world, a resin farm should probably be quite easy to do by then. Well, to be honest, I think resin farms aren't too hard to do. But I have honestly not... I think even though we are playing in I said, I think we are still in 1.218. But saying we are still in 1.218, there is so much content that has been added since 1.21 that I have not even touched yet. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not too bothered with playing modded Minecraft at the moment, is because Mojang has been adding so much content to the game that there's enough to explore. There's enough new things to do that you don't necessarily need to have all these mods adding new content. And as I said before, even though I like playing with technical mods sometimes, if I play mod packs, it's usually more mod packs that focuses on exploration and maybe building blocks and things like that. Lapis is the most obvious one and emerald is the least obvious. Yes, but you said lapis, redstone, resin and emerald. What was the other one I was thinking of? Oh, I was saying the... But don't you think these amethyst blocks are also kind of magical when you think of Minecraft? You think Minecraft related? Because I always feel that the amethyst blocks does add some sort of magical element to the game. Maybe my personal opinion is that amethyst is maybe more magical than resin, but then I also need to consider that the creaking is, well, to say the least, it's definitely a magical creature, I think. Alright, so how many of these do we have to go? So I think we are now at the point where we've got one of these filters for every one of the really bulky sort of things. So creaking isn't a creature. Okay, so if it's not a creature, it's a puppet fueled by resin. Alright. I've never thought about it like that, but that does make sense. Is an interesting point of view, to say the least. And now that you've mentioned it, I can't argue with your argument, if I can put it that way. You know, I've built so many of these filters, but it's still like I need to think about every one that I build. It's like I've built it 1,000 times, but I still need to think when I'm doing it. It's still not coming as second nature. Let's just have a quick little see. Oh, 3 stacks of iron, almost 4 stacks of iron already. These guys are really working it. Oh, now let's build the next one. Another one like that. Boom. Boom. Chest over there. Chest over there. Hopper. Torch. Redstone. Scaffolding. Coming out. Slab over there. And repeater. And that is nighttime. I should probably get some sort of daylight sensor set up for when I'm down here, so that I can just, well, so that I can just be alerted when it's nighttime, or otherwise I need to get another clock. My hoppers and chests are pretty much getting to the end. I'm going to need more. Alright, my friend, thanks for popping in. Thanks for the conversation. And I guess I'll catch you again tomorrow, in tomorrow's stream. I'm not sure. I might stream tomorrow, I might not. I'm not 100% sure. But I will catch you in the next one. Have a good evening, and I'll see you when we meet again. Now, I was going to have a little conversation with that Enderman, but I'm thinking, nah, let's just leave it for now. Not into... No. I can just place these things in the right orientation. That would definitely help. Because I see what's going to happen here. I'm going to finish all of this. I'm going to start putting items in, and then I'm going to be wondering, but it's not working. Why isn't it working? And the answer is going to be because I placed things in the wrong orientation. And this one, let's see, like that. And like that. This should be good. All right. Let's, while I'm up here, get this one. And like that. Ow. So it's, while I've got access to this, just put this in now. I am a little concerned about whether this one will work or not. But I believe... Ow! I believe it should be fine. I believe it should work. Just need that as well. All right. We're almost there. Just need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Which I'm going to need more chests and hoppers for. Lovely. Now I've got enough for one more, so I can finish this one in the corner here. If I can make my way over there. It's not going to work. Can I do it from this side? Right, I can do it from here. There. Place a chest there. Chest there. Get the hopper. And how am I gonna do that now? Oh. All right. That's a mistake. Right, so redstone. Slab. Alright, so this should work. There you go. Awesome stuff. Alright, so let's just see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So I've definitely got enough repeaters and comparators to do that. I am going to need more chests and hoppers. So for 6 I need 12 chests and 12 hoppers. But I am obviously going to need much more than that. So let's just see what I can put away for now. Well, I can I definitely don't need all of these. That one I can put away. Stone I can just put away for now. Then I'll just grab this iron. That should be plenty. And then I guess I can. That's 64. So then I can make that. That so I can take maybe make 32. Why am I doing that? I didn't need shears. But anyway, nighty time. Time for me to have a little nighttime rest. And just a little sip of hydration as well. Just look at our horsey. Look how his jaw is moving while he's eating grass. Really interesting. Kitty cat, come here. Come back to the bed. Please. That's better. Just go. Sit on the bed. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've got the resources. We've got enough resources to finish this. This thing, putting the chests and things in will be much faster. I think just getting all the redstone components in is taking a little bit of time. That's maybe too high. And let's do this. Get the chest in. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. A redstone torch. Some redstone. Character or repeater, and that should be that. going to need more slabs though. Alright, 5 left. Yes, 5 left. Get a repeater. Well, this by now, I guess when I'm going to sleep tonight, I'm probably going to be dreaming about these filters. And how I'm building these filters. But it is a necessary evil. I have to do this and I have to finish this. Because we need to get our stone blocks down into storage. I know, I guess not the most interesting thing to do in Minecraft, but as I say, it definitely has to be done. And if I don't do it now, I might not do it at all. Everything looking good. Next one. Feel that I'm just getting into a certain sort of rhythm here, and then we are done. Just as I get into the rhythm, we are done, and the redstone is definitely just barely enough. I will have to, before we are going to be able to do the valuable sorting system, the sorting and processing plant, I'm definitely going to have to go on another excursion to find more redstone. Maybe tomorrow during the day I might just go and find myself a nice little cave. Well, not find a nice little cave. I think that cave that we explored in the beginning of the series, I got my first diamonds. I think there's still a lot of resources that I didn't gather, because at that point I was only concerned about getting the diamonds for my diamond kit, for the armor and the weapons and tools and stuff. So I think over there must still be a good amount of resources that I haven't collected in that cave. So I think when I'm done with this, I might just go back there and let's see if we can't do this one from this side. I really don't want to build another another row of scaffolding if I don't absolutely have to. That in redstone torch. If I crouch, I should be able to get that in there. 1, 2, 3. That's just enough. Get the slab in. Get the comparator in. And that's it. Ow, wrong. Alrighty. So I guess that's what we call progress. Now I just need to start getting all the chests in and figure out how we are going to expand this one to have a little more storage. I might just no, you know what? I think this is going to be perfectly fine. I'm not gonna go too much overboard. How is the daylight looking? Still good? Still good. Alrighty, let's see how I did this. So there should be like that, like that, and then be a slab and get a double chest in like that. Then it's time to sleep. Alrighty, let's get the hoppers in. So now we need to get hopper, 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 hopper in there, hopper in there. I think that's going to do the trick. Let's just test it. Good. Then we need to have a block there with the comparator on top. That's going to work. No. These two chests like so. Then one like that, one like that, one like that. This. Like so. That should come through. Perfect. Don't need that. Oh, well, I'm not going to put the iron away. I'm going to need the iron again. Let's just do... While I've got these things in my inventory, let's just place them. Oops, that's wrong. There you go. Now we are making a little bit more progress. So these storage modules, they are going to be able to keep 21,000 items in each of one of them. And this is for all the stone blocks. Andesite, gravel, stone, sand, deep slate, cobalt deep slate, all of those bulky items that we need a little bit of storage for. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, then like so. Alright everyone, I think... Hey! You're noisy up there. But I'll take the iron, thank you very much. Alright, now, as you can see, the situation with the chests are a little bit dire. So I need to go and grab a few more chests. I think for now the redstone I can put away. That I can put away. My inventory is a royal mess. But it is a necessary evil. Let's grab some jungle logs. And grab some chests. That's only 64. So let's do another 2 stacks. So that's another 64. Then I would like to make, well, more hoppers than this. At least we've got the iron reserves to do that. So I need another 23. 16. 21, 22, 23. Alrighty. So this little project is, well, it's torturing my iron supply, which is why I had to switch this iron farm back on. Now, switching it on and off is easy. Just throw the lever, then the villagers cannot see the zombie, and then the iron golems won't spawn up there. When I need more iron, it's easy to just come and flip the switch. If I flip the switch, the villagers can see the zombie and they go crazy, calling new iron golems. Okay, this mega module, well, call it a mega module because it's going to need to give us a little bit more storage. But let's say this thing, I'm going to just hold on a little bit, because I still need to figure out exactly how I want to do this one. But the other ones, I can just continue with the way that we've been going. So chest, 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 and then the last one needs to come like this, and then we just fill in the hoppers like so. That's good. So let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we are going to need a lot more chests and office than what I've got at the moment. But all I'm saying, and all I keep saying to myself, is that finishing this thing will definitely be worth it. Right. Next one. Now I do believe if I really want to, I will be able to expand this a little bit further, giving us even more storage, but I think 20,000 of each block is going to be more than enough. Placement. And another little bit of sleepy time. So anybody watching this stream, you're welcome to say hi in the chat. You don't need to actively chat. You're more than welcome to just be a quiet watcher. I'm all good with that. But if you didn't know how to make item filters before watching this stream, after me doing how many, about 30 of them, I guess all of us should now know exactly how to make these item filters without even having to think about it. And go. Another one done. And I have to say, it has been a chore to do this. Now that I'm getting to the end of it, I feel a little more positive. I feel that it is going to help us in the long term. It's definitely going to help us out a lot in the long term. And I keep doing that. Oh my. Come on. Place blocks properly. And this one needs to come this side. Then we just need to connect the hoppers. Alrighty, this one going to hold off a little bit, making this one simply because it's going to need to be done a little bit differently. So I've got 16 chests left. That should be enough for 2 more modules. This is correct, yes. And that, and that, and that. Good. Alright, so how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 of them is going to be, well, 80 chests and almost as many hoppers. So I'm gonna have to go and make a few more. Grab the iron from there. Now I am punishing my wood supply. 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks. This. Honestly, I would never have thought I'm going to need this many chests in my life. Alright, so if I have another 64-ish hoppers, I believe that should be alright to get us through the 1 to get us through that little part. I'm gonna need more iron. Let's just grab that. That. So I just need about 20-ish. Put them back into blocks, and that should be enough now. Alright, let's go and see. We have enough. And now, which sounds, music and sounds, is that a friendly or a hostile mob? Because that's just so loud. Let's just do that. Okay, that sounds maybe a little better. Not all that much, but I mean, better is better. I've literally got a headache now because of all those iron golem noises. And I mean, I don't know what's the point. Why are they so noisy? It's just like they are just being harvested for iron. I mean, is that bad? Well, I guess burning your head in lava is, well, I wouldn't want to be the golem going through that. So I guess they've got a point in being noisy about it. Oh. Oh my. I'm out of slabs. That's going to be a problem, so I don't think I've got any more of these smooth stone. Well, it's gonna be there at the back. Nobody's going to see it. Let's just use these andesite slabs. Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. Well, I will know. You will know. But... oh, why did I do that? Ah, come on. That in. These two, nice. Next one. That torch is going to be in the way. Boom, boom, boom. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. You're in. Alright, this one again, these two, going to just skip over for now. Because those are going to be the bulk ones. Well, these are all bulk storage, but that's going to be super bulky storage. No, thank you. Need to go there. There you go. That's better. Get your act together, okay? Get your act together. Almost there. Almost there, people. But I think it's pretty much now I can hear a skeleton somewhere. Which is totally an unwelcome guest. They shouldn't be able to spawn anyway in here. So where did it spawn? I can't be hearing that one. That one's too far away. Oh well, anyway, let the skeleton be where the skeleton wants to be. I've got work to do. Only 3 more to go. Only 3 more to go. This one. Get the hoppers in. Like so. And now we've only got 2 more to go, which is definitely getting to the point when we need to make a decision how we're going to do those bigger storage systems. And to be honest, I've got an idea. I think I know exactly how I'm going to do it. I just first of all wanted to finish with these ones because they are all the same. Just easier to just finish them. I keep forgetting to leave my... Hello, slime. Where did that slime go? Hello, slimy boy. I need you. I wish you would spawn more often, though. So this is definitely a slime chunk, so we might be able to, at the later point, dig down a little further and get ourselves a slime farm. Now, I got 23 slimes from that one slime monster thingy. And I honestly don't know how many slime I am going to be able to use in this world. So alright, let's see. What I was thinking was to just maybe do something like this. Oops. And then this so that we can split them. And then maybe have these. Let's just see quickly how it will work out. Then we can have another one here and another two there. So this one's going to split into there, and this one's going to split into there. Same thing there and there. Alright. Then we're going to have maybe those. That one's going to go in there. Then we're going to have this, and the hopper is going to go there. And two more there with the hopper going in there. And two more here with the hopper going into the chest from the back. Right. Then two more chests like that with the hopper going into that one. Two more chests here with this hopper, and then just a hopper line underneath coming to a central. Right. Need more chests and more hoppers. Always more. Always need more. When I'm done here, probably going to have to chop down another forest to make up for all the wood I've used. Just grab that. Now I'm going to start using spruce wood. Well, at least I am already growing more spruce trees. Am I going overboard with this? Well, I thought I was earlier on already, and it wasn't enough. So I don't believe I'm going overboard. Let's see. Maybe that will be enough. While I'm up here, I'm thinking I need to go and plant a few more saplings. because our wood situation after this whole build is looking a little bit depleted. Right, and then a few jungle trees. Now the jungle trees at least are giving a decent amount of wood. So I might not need to go too overboard here. But I'm thinking I can just chop them down until I've got enough and then just leave the rest of the trees up. Well, they've all been planted. Now, for the last few nights, this Bella the cat hasn't been bringing me any gifts, and that's a sad, sad situation. Just pop these back in here, and let's go finish this. Right, now I need to be careful, and now I'm going to do this because this is going to cause me a little bit of a headache. If I do it like this, and I bring this one in like that, then maybe go in like this, then we can bring this hopper in there. Then we do this. Let's do it over here. Like this, and then I can bring this one in there. Go and grab a barrel. So this is wonky storage, but it should work. We put this hopper going in there. We need to grab a hopper from this chest. And then we just need hoppers from these chests. So now let's see how much storage we should have in here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 16. That's 24, 26, 28, 30 chests. So that's 30 chests and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hoppers, 10, 14, 18, 19, 20 hoppers. So that's 100 stacks. And then let me just work this out. 30 chests, each with 54 stacks. That's 1,620 plus 100 stacks times 64 in a stack. Now that can't be right. So it's 30 double chests. Each of them gives you 54 slots. That's 1,620 slots. Then we add the 100 slots from the hoppers, and that is 64. That's 110,000 items we can store in this module. 110,000 items. Now look, if I ever fill this up, I don't know, I shouldn't be playing this game anymore. Because what am I ever going to do with 130,000 stone? I shouldn't be gathering all that much stone. But alright, let's do the same over on this side. Okay. That hopper in there. That hopper in there. Right. So I think this is a better way of doing it, maybe. No, not there. There. Then one hopper going that way, one hopper going this way, one going this way, one going that way. Right, then I should have 2 chests there and 2 chests here, 2 chests there, obviously connecting, and then 2 here. Then we just that one needs to connect there, this one needs to connect there, that one connects there, this one connects there. All right. Then 2 chests there. And you see this last one, it's always getting me. Right? Because that one connect like that. then, well, I guess the way Orpus work, we can just do this. Then we can do that. This one can flow into that one. And we can have 2 more chests like yeah. This one can then go into that one. Then we'll have our little barrel right here. And then I'm just thinking, why can we not just have this? So, and so. That should work. I can't see any reason why that shouldn't work. That's perfect. Another chest monster, but at least these ones we can hide and we can access everything from one single barrel. And to be honest, I'm not even going to try and have a redstone, well, saying I'm not even going to try, but it shouldn't be too difficult to just kind of measure when this thing is full. Of course, I can bring a redstone signal out from that chest. You know what? Let's quickly just test something. So I should be able to bring a signal out like this. Right? Let's get some redstone and a comparator maybe. So now I am interested to know I don't know if this is going to be don't think that's going to be possible. It's definitely going to be possible to do that. Let me just see something here. Wasn't the plan, but it might just be possible. If we put the comparator there, put a block there, I'm just going to need to take these out. I'm thinking this might definitely be possible. I just need to... And unfortunately, I do need to figure this out. Do we not have another... Just do this. Take this one out. I'm going to have to fill it up pretty far to get the signal all the way down. Oh yes, this will work. Then, however, need to see the sticks are flowing into this barrel. Yes, it is. Right, so that's definitely going to work as well. Well, this needs to, I don't know if I've got that right. Do that. So that one needs to go there, then I can't get out, but alright. That one needs to go in there. Then we need a double chest. Double chest up here. And then we need this output to go into this chest, and then okay, that will be locked, but let's put it in there and just see if they make their way down. Good. And in this barrel we can remove the barrel. Or it can stay like this. That's all right. What do you think? I think we can leave it like this. That will just be an indicator, and it doesn't need to be perfect. However, oh goodness gracious me. I think just for the sake of being a little bit more uniform. We can do now. We're gonna need to do this. Just like so. That should be good. Then we'll have that little barrel there. You can put a sign on here pointing to it saying stone. Then on this side, we can also measure that chest. Bring it down on this side. Let me go and grab a few more slabs. Just make it andesite slabs, that's fine. But I don't need slabs, I can just as well use full blocks. Let's just get polished andesite. And so over here I only have one. Oh my word, look at the jungle we've built. Geez, those trees did grow up very quickly. Well, not quickly because we've been busy doing other things. I'm going to just need to get another redstone lamp. So ideally, we would like to feed in here. So let's just see. Of course, we can do that. Right. We can detect it like so. We can have a piece of redstone like that. And come down. So yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more redstone. To run into that block, right? So like this should work. Let's see something. Alright, so I think that's going to work. Alright, so this is going to be lit up. These ones I know exactly how to light them up. Then I need to figure out these ones, but I think like this will be dirt and grass. And well, I do have the resources to do them, but I don't know exactly. Okay, so this, I've got the resources to do them, but I don't think they are going to be lit up because I'm probably going to have a doorway in here to get to them. They are not going to be accessible like those two are. I just need to see. This one is easy. Going to have that. And then going to have that. Lead the hoppers in there and in there. Let's have these chests here, and we'll lead a hopper in there and a hopper in there, and we'll have two more chests like that, with warpers leading into them. Then we'll have 2 more like that. With warpers leading into them. So then I'll need to get 2 more barrels. So we'll probably have a barrel there, like so. So these 2. So here we've got 1. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 chests. 9 chests and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hoppers. So 9 times 54 plus 50 times 64. So that's another 34,000. Well, I guess that's all right. This. So this side we're just going to do exactly the same as on the other side, because the one is dirt, the other one is grass. Whether we will need the additional storage for them, it's a different matter, but let's just be prepared for it. We obviously don't need to use it for... I'm thinking it does feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of lag here. It doesn't feel like it. Well, it is. You can definitely see the frames drop. But what do they say? It is what it is. There. Then where are we going to just have this barrel right here? And then we'll like so. Alright, and then the final part. Is here we will just have a... Geez. And if I'm already getting frame drops here. Right? Oh. Oh. This isn't why we are getting drops. This is still looking fine. But it's when I'm looking in that direction where the frames drop a little bit more. But that's not a problem. That's really no concern. We can maybe just have a little... I wasn't going to do this really, but I'm thinking we might just as well, because this is basically just going to be overflow protection. Just the final barrel. Gonna go in there and just get Alright, so yes, this will just be overflow protection, And I think that's pretty much enough to protect us from overflow. I can maybe... if I want, I can probably make a way for us to just have a little light come on when this system does fill up. Shouldn't be too difficult to do something like that if I want to, but honestly speaking, this system shouldn't be filling up anytime soon. So I think, while I'm just taking a sip of water, the next thing I have to do here would be to just swap out those amethyst blocks with Horpus. And once that's done, we can call this project, well, not complete yet. So first off, we need to swap those out for Horpus. Once the Horpus are in, then we need to set each and every one of the filters. Once the filters are in, we need to finish these. We need to cover all of this up, which is also going to take a little bit of time. But yes, we're going to need to cover all of that up. And then maybe build a little, I'm thinking that this is a wall. Maybe we'll build a little staircase up so that we can just go and drop all our items into a little barrel or a chest or something up there. And, or maybe, you know what I'm thinking? We're not gonna come down here to put the items in. We'll just drop them in from the top. Easy peasy. But to do that, I'll need to so we will build a little staircase up so that we can access the input from down here, but then we'll also have a drop from up above to bring all the items in. But I think I definitely think we are getting to the end of this little project. Well, little is not the exact word I would use, because this has taken so many resources. Then once we get the walls in, we can just connect. Well, we've already got the... Well, let's quickly, before I end it for the day, let's quickly just get the get all these comparators in. I don't know whether I've still got enough, but we can get all the comparators in, I think. Just going to have to go up and grab a few more building blocks. We will do andesite. Maybe half a stack would be fine. We can just make them slabs. Well, half a stack of blocks gives me a whole stack of slabs. But yes, we can maybe just get these all in. This is the top one, so that's already powered up. I was just thinking that redstone has got power, but there's a torch down there in the corner, so it's not anything to be concerned about. I do think I'm going to be short with a comparator or two. But that shouldn't be too difficult to fix. And then I'm all out of redstone. That's not even a lie. Let's just start from this side, because this is going to be where we will start from. I'm definitely going to short comparators. Right, so this one, and this is the corner for this, for the dirt and the gravel, or for the dirt and the grass. I'm only one short, really. Let's see if I have what I need to make one. What do I need for a... So 3 torch, I'm 1 torch short. No, I can make one. Right. So that's it. Now we can just come in, do the opaline all around, which is going to take another ton of opus. Then we can add the walls in and set the filters, and then we are all Good. All right, so we've made progress. We've made tons and tons of progress and used tons and tons of iron and wood. But we have made good progress. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. I am going to sign off now. We will continue with this tomorrow. I'll maybe have a much earlier stream tomorrow, and just so that we can get the hopper line in, set the filters, build the walls, get the, well, before I build the walls, I need to get the feeding system in so that we can start sorting out our junk on top. But at least we will be able to recover a few chests from the Chestmonster on top, on the ground level, on the surface. But for me, for now, I think this is it. You guys should all have a lovely evening further. I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.